What's up, everybody? Got another Scrimcast going on here, and finally one that it looks like it's possible other people haven't covered. We have 4 Spectres in this game: Kins DK, Papa Bjorn, Hickskin Juro, and Panthers Penis, but as far as I know, none of them are casting, so holy crap. So, I overlapped the last series, it's now, so yeah, I was not really super happy about that, but I figured, hey, it's on YouTube, people might actually watch it. He's not that well known, he's certainly more known than me, but and for good reason. But in any case, we finally might not be co-covering something. Anyway, bands and picks are out here. Pestilence, Ophelia, Tempest, and Parasite are the bands getting out here. Ophelia and Parasite removed by Imboy, obviously addressing the junglers, and Tempest being taken out by Hanskin. So 3 of the 4 common junglers being removed already. Pestilence also getting killed, as obviously the guys on Reason feeling a little more strongly about not having to deal with junglers, but no doubt Hanskin's like, yeah, let's maybe not do that so much. Pyromancer's the first pick for Legion, for Hellborn, and Engineer is the first pick for Legion. Huh. Neither of those things are first picks that I would expect. I'm trying to wrap my head around why you would first pick a Pyromancer. Bjorn is saying something.
Master of Arms.
So maybe somebody is catching this, but nobody that I know of. Anyway, Master of Arms is going to be the last pick over here by the Legion side, so hopefully to see some interesting strats here from Reason. You will notice also the Tank Effect is ringing for them. Tilla clearly not available. I don't know if that's going to be a consistent change or something. Maybe NK has felt like their results. I mean, in Santori Season 2, they did just barely lose to BMG, by which I mean they got swept in that redemption match, but they were in the redemption match, and they were up 1-0 in it, actually, in the initial phase, because they got second place. They didn't beat them, so maybe that's a lot of professional Han going on until the grand final at the end of March, I believe. They feel like there's not enough going on. Maybe Reason is picking Tank Effect up, feeling like they could use his versatility. Maybe this is just a random coincidence and Tanka happens to be here because Tilla can't. I think I'm going to lead toward that last explanation because there's no reason to feel the drama machine. Rob going to be the last pick up here for the Hellborn side, so they got plenty of initiation potential here, a few solid stuns, and some strong damage. Mostly gank oriented though, not a lot of AoE, so perhaps going to be some bit of an issue about having sustained damage over team fights. Raptor will certainly help if that has some semi-gear potential, but not the best really. And their burst isn't the greatest. Pyromancer will provide a fair amount, but when he doesn't have his ultimate up, he won't do too much. And of course, generally he's a support hero, so not really feeling like that's going to be the most important thing in the world to deal with when it comes to addressing, as I am continuing to write down bands and stuff so I can keep track, and that's why I sometimes trail off the end of sentences. Legion side picked up Engineer Pebbles and Master of Arms, so pretty clearly getting away from that jungle. They could certainly run Master of Arms in a carry role, and that wouldn't be too surprising, especially because it does combo well with NG, but I think more than likely we'll see NG Pebbles middle, Master of Arms perhaps in the babysit role, maybe even a tri-lane actually. NG Pebbles Master tri-lane would be really, really powerful. Aggressive tri-lane there, wouldn't mind that. Let's see what happens. I think that's going to reveal itself in the next pick. If we see a more defensive-oriented solo laner, I would not be surprised to see an aggressive tri-lane. Just because at that point you suspect not going to be the dual lanes, because they wouldn't dual lane that hero, so they're probably going to run the tri-lane. Bubbles is available, so is Wretched Hag. Those certainly would give that away. Kraken also on the boards could be it, as the second stage bans are coming out. And for a Puppet Master and Vindicator getting taken out by Hanskin, as Reason does like themselves some Vindy. So obviously a bit more targeted ban against this team. But for the most part, slightly eclectic. Vindicator could be a support or a carrier. You've seen him in both roles. I think he's a little bit better in a carry role. But no doubt can do both. Puppet Master also a little versatile, but no doubt once again better in a carry role. Nymphora definitely a support hero. as they're trying to sort of remove a couple of options. Reason Gaming, a bit notorious for not running jungle strats, so almost certainly be picking up second support here, and very possibly a mid laner or a carry. Ravener could be either of those, and so they could complement him with the other. Nice PSR Fuzi, yeah, 1606 noob. I think that's higher than mine. I'm a shit player, so don't worry about it. Slither here, that doesn't give up too much, so I like it actually. Because you could dual lane Slither, you could also solo lane Slither. I suspect it'll be a solo lane Slither, but once again, that doesn't give up too much, except that they're probably not going to suicide it, so I'm suspecting this is going to be a support Master of Arms, and if we see a suicide here picked up for Jonas, then that'll be a 1-2-2 strat, and if it's not, then I'm leaning toward the aggro try here. Man. That's all true. MMR system's a little broken, I think, in that regard. I think that every competitive player should get 1900 PSR. Yeah. It's probably for me a little high. I think 1800 is probably the cutoff, but not a bad idea. Anyway, I think that they're saying the same thing. I think St. Rox is saying every competitive player should have that. They should earn it, not that they should automatically get it. Anyway, Hellborn's going to pick up DM, so that's not giving away too much. It is probably going to be defensive dual lanes here, as I most likely suspect we're going to see a Suicide Pharaoh. But could be any number of things. Tri-lane is still in play for Hellborn. And Chronos. So that's going to be a Suicide Chronos in Judison Fan's hands, and we're going to see defensive dual lanes coming out here for the Legion side, almost certainly. I suspect Pebbles Engineer middle and Master Slither bot, but it could be Pebbles Pebbles Moa mid. And give cash money. Anything that involves cash money for Han or Han and competitive gaming has to. Don't hold your breath, buddy. That's not fair. They get too much shit about the competitive scene and how much they're contributing to it. I mean, they do a lot. Like, people have to realize that this is not necessarily making them the most amount of money. They want to support it because they want there to be a competitive scene, because they want hardcore players that want a competitive scene to be happy and continue playing the game and not to move on to other games. So I think in the long run it does make them money, but a lot of the time it's hard to look at an account balance for Han Tour and say, look, we made this many thousands of dollars from ad revenue and from subscriptions and stuff like that, and we spent this much on prize money, and the second number's a lot bigger.
Let's get it on.
Anyway, both sides have finished off their heroes here and their picks. Legion side providing lots of team fight with Slither and Chronos for those last two selections. Solid burst and gank potential with not only Pebbles but Engie and Master of Arms. Notable that we have dual support versus dual support here, as Rhapsody was the last selection for Hellborn. And we'll see how this goes. Hanskin actually playing Slither, and Fuzi's on the Master, so we're going to see a support Slither here. It's a little surprising. I would have normally assumed that that would not be the case for, I think, lots of very good reasons. But evidently Hanskin over there on the rolls, changing it up a little bit. Imbaboy obviously is on his most favorite Drunken Master. And obviously a very strong hero at that, so I think, let's see. It's gonna look like it's gonna be a Fuzi in the middle lane, so Chronos top, that's not really a surprise. And it looks like it's gonna be Fuzi mid. I'm interested to see this. And it actually looks like the Hellborn are running aggressive tri-lane, so like I said, they did have the tri-lane open, and with the more defensively oriented Pharaoh and Drunken Master, obviously both heroes that can and have suicided in the past, the aggressive tri-lane here coming out from the Legion side will probably be countered by the or coming out from the Hellborn will probably be countered by Legion. So I think we're going to see a try versus try here in the bottom lane. And we'll see if that actually comes to pass, or if I'm just crazy. Sorry, I'm pulling some stuff out again. Make sure that things are good. Word of Sight out there will spot up the tri lane here, so I think we're going to see the transition from Seal Kid, and that's exactly what's happening. This is going to be Tri versus Tribe. Nice ball lightning there, going to hit Slither on top of the Staccato Suns. He's going to take a bunch of damage here, but not quite enough, as Tank Effect on that Pyromancer was not there to line up another stun. Charge shot up there going there on top of Ravner, and he's going to be in some trouble because Angie's come off with a keg on the other side, and it will hit Ravner there, so they're going to try to run away now. Ball lightning not going to hit. Ravner in some trouble. Hanskin drops first, but this is going to be 1-for-1. As Death Growl falls on the other side. Charge shot now onto Pyromancer, and he's going to drop as well. Pyromancer's stun not hitting anything. And one more auto attack. There it is. So 2-for-1 in favor of Legion, as the tri lane is off to a resoundingly positive start for them. Two to 1 in favor. So despite the Bloodlust, Legion decided to come out slightly ahead in terms of the hero kills, but lane control going to be got here by the Hellborn side, and the resources are more or less even. Hopefully going to be lots of fun stuff happening down here. Maybe not. Mid lane is Pharaoh versus Pebbles, and that should be relatively even. I think slight edge given to Pharaoh just because he does tend to be a very good 1v1er, especially against melees. That Hellfire is just a big, massive problem. Up top, Drunken Master and Kronos going at it. This one I actually could give to Kronos because his auto attack damage is really powerful, and with a time leap away, shouldn't be able to die to Drunken really under any circumstances. Mid lane will depend a little bit based on how much harass damage Pebbles can get out onto Jonas Fan here, onto Zane, excuse me, here, on that Pharaoh, because it's going to allow him to possibly combo. So if Zane allows him to drop to 1/2, 1/3 health, and Pebbles has full mana, that could be very, very bad. Ball Lightning going to be in here on Master of Arms. Keg Stun actually going to hit too, and the Staccato Stuns are there as well, but the Slither Spray's off. Boozy just going to drop to the Pyromancer Dragon Wave. No, Phoenix Wave. It's Dragon Flame. And they're going to try to chase down Hanskin here. Not going to happen. Instead, there's the Staccato Stuns onto Engineer. Going to take the Rhapsody Stuns as well, plus the Phoenix Wave. Keg going to push him away, but the Rhapsody Dance we're going to help kill. Boozy coming back in here. Charge shot onto Death Growl on this Ravener over here. Going to take the Fork Lightning. Will drop. One more auto attack there. Gonna kill Hanskin. And let's see if Boozy can do something. They're going to man up here. The Dance we're going to do a lot, as Tank Effect will drop, but a couple more auto attacks there onto Boozy. One more. And there it goes, despite the health pot. So, hat trick coming out for St. Rocks, as we're 5-4 hero kills in favor of Hellborn. Things are going pretty well for them so far down here, as both the supports are leveling pretty well. Death Growl only level 2, but Engineer just hitting 3. Hanskin's still level 2, and now Rab is 3. Ball Lightning fake there. Bot room would be bottled. Or just taken, I believe that's refreshment, excuse me. As Pebbles coming back in middle, and it looks like he's going to be in trouble. There's Staccato Stuns and a Dance Floor. That's going to be a pretty easy kill here onto KGE. It's a nice roam from these supports down here. As they're now going to pick up a haste. No? Yes? Maybe? Word of Rev from Hanskin blocking out this camp. As actually Imbaboy up top drops Jonas Fan. I want to see this from earlier. Does he not have... He doesn't have Time Leap. Oh, no, he does. Just no mana. Alright. That shouldn't happen. Stun going out there on the Engineer. We'll take the Ball Lightning as well. Gonna be an easy kill. Engineer still going to hit. Slither Spray actually onto 2, plus the Master's Goo. Death Growl going to take a bunch of damage here. Will drop, probably. Pops the Power Supply, but it's not going to stop him from dying. That's going to be 1-for-1 there, but Hanskin actually going to drop as well, 2-for-1. And Sports here is just getting so much kill. There's a stun. It's going to be Staccato Stuns as well, and that's a 3-for-1. Reason are wrecking this game right now. They got pickoffs in both mid and top, and they're dominating this tri lane effectively now. Saint Rock's at 500 gold per minute on this Rhapsody. So 6-0-3, that's nice. Death Growl is 1-3-5. That's not exactly what you want from your tri lane router, but hey. Fuzi doing a little better at 280 gold per minute. But a pretty good lead here coming out from the Hellborn side in both gold and experience, as they've not only won this tri lane at least so far, but both mid and top lanes are going pretty well. Zane's at 263 gold per minute compared to KG at 224. Up top we have Imboboy at 323. Joseph managed 215. Gonna get jumped down here. Doesn't have a lot of mana. Just gonna run away. And the Curse of Ages hits him, but he's like, yeah, what are you gonna do, buddy? Fuzi down here getting some free farm. Word of Sight obviously off to the side in favor of Hellborn. We'll spot out Houndskin here, and Seal Kid is nowhere nearby, so perhaps looking for a jump here. Port coming in by Rhapsody, as she has picked up a power supply on top of some regen for Pyromancer. Off to the side, Seal Kid taking a health pot here, and they're going to get spotted by this ward. So they know exactly what's going down. Vision definitely making a huge difference here for the Hellborn side. And they're actually going to stun out Slither here, so that's going to give away the ward. No follow-up. I'm not sure if that was the greatest play in the world. They'll definitely be able to grab a Rev. I'm really surprised if they don't. Off to the side, Staccato Sun's there, into the Ball Lightning, and the Pyromancer Sun. Easy drop onto Fuzi. So the spray hitting nothing? Did it hit Rhapsody? I think so. Yeah. But that's it, and Rhapsody's just like, ah man, I have all sorts of money. 443 gold per minute on this Rhapsody. Off to the side, so they're perhaps in some trouble, right next to this Pyromancer, but neither of them see each other apparently. And Pyro's digging himself into the woods. Staccato Stun's there on the Slither, going to be a pretty easy kill. As they drop the Keg Stun, but not going to happen. Rhapsody now going to get caught out a little bit. Nope, we'll run away. Pyromancer Stun not hitting anything, but forcing them to fall back. And the spray will not kill Saint Rocks. Yeah, who is going for the Immortal? 8-0-3 here, 7 minutes into this game. Immortal Rhapsody. I'd like to see it. 3,600 gold lead here for the Hellborn, as well as a 3K experience lead. So, BMG. Uh-oh. Pharaoh in middle lane, as KG is roaming and finding nothing. 230 gold per minute here, and Pharaoh's up to 286 up top. Imboboy getting zoned out a little bit by the roam from KGE, will now be able to come back to his lane. Getting Joseph Phantom farm here, 250 gold per minute, but Imboboy still having the higher farm at 280. Pyromancer going to roam top, 8-minute room going to spawn, and he's going to camp it. And like I said, they gave away their vision, although it was just about to expire, so not really too much harm done there. Pyromancer picking up the rune, as Imboboy, or Zane going to put the stuff down, and Stalagmite's taken there. Jump back in there, Wrath of the Pharaoh comes out. Chronofield going to help drop Pyromancer here, so that should be a 1-for-1, but obviously in favor of Hellborn as KGE 4 tank, if that is definitely a favorable trade. Invis Slither down here, perhaps looking for a pick on the Pharaoh, but I'm not sure if they have enough damage. Tiny Leaf goes out there, plus the Curse of Ages, and Pharaoh's just going to port away. Yep. So he's like, you hit me with the Curse of Ages, so bye. You have no more stuns. You're not going to be able to hit me enough times to get that off again. And successful live. And so we're going off in the background as Rhapsody's trying to keep herself healed up. And not push the wave. She's going for a really early Astrolabe here. As the Refreshing Ornament plus the Fortified Bracer. Going to be really difficult to kill. 891 health on Rap. Is the third highest in her team, just above Ravener. Not to mention the pretty substantial HP regen and the nice little boost of health she'll get when she finishes the Astrolabe in 450 gold, or 350 gold. Up top, KG gonna fall as he gets collapsed on. Double damage there, but there's the shot, and no, Pyromancer will be like, hello, that's an ultimate, you're dead. Middle lane Pharaoh and Chronos. They're switching this up, actually, sending KGE top. And things are kind of unraveling here for BMG. 14-6 hero kill lead. They're continuing to expand the golden experience. Yeah. Up top, Chrono's going to grab the rune. It was illusions, and so he will be able to timely deploy Wrath of the Pharaoh. Not quite going to catch him as they were going for it, but not going to happen. And the illusion's going to chase down DM a little bit here, but not going to make a huge difference. Rabbit around bottom lane, getting some farm. 220 gold per minute. Not doing particularly well. They should just run the carrier Apsy at this point. Stun, not going to hit there onto Zane, and Slither off to the side, looking for the secondary initiation. Pebbles grabbing the stun, the chuck, and then they're going to kill something, but Zane's like, no thanks. Instead, going to pick up the Refreshment Rune on bottom and head 4 heroes down here to try to pick up a kill or two. Creep Wave will be pulled out there. Zane going to find NG, and Fuzi's like, hello. Charge shots there, Wrath of the Pharaoh is not available, but the Mummy Wall is going to hit him anyway. Power Mit's just on top of that, and you're just dead, buddy. Death Girl getting the last hit with Ball Lightning. And Cicada Sun's now as well onto Master of Arms, and probably wishing they didn't waste the Ball Lightning at that point, because that probably would have been a secondary kill. Hanskin definitely going to fall here anyway. But probably could have picked up Seal Kid as well. Off the side, KGE jumping in for some reason. Ball Lightning onto him, plus the Cicada Stuns. And he's looking for the second jump. There's a Phoenix Wave on top of it. Wrath of the Pharaoh coming back in. And they're also going to pick off Seal Kid, who for some reason felt like it was a good idea to come back into that fight. And it was not. So Reason says, welcome to our game, bitch. And the tri-lane meta, man. BMG are clearly unprepared. Kronos and Drunken Master going on it up top. And Boy's just like, bye. As no doubt, I mean, this is definitely a strat that Reason have more experience playing. I mean, we see them run tri-lanes relatively consistently as a result of the fact that they pick up dual supports so often in Forgo junglers. They just feel like, I guess, that Saint Rock's, for some reason, his support play is that much stronger than his jungle ability, because he is their jungler if they do run one. But for the most part, they like to put him and Tilla in that support role, Tilla playing the hard support for the most time, and Saint Rock's playing the secondary support. And they do run doubles, or they really do run a lot of tri-lanes as a result of that double support lineup. And I think BMG not really used to that. Not to say they don't know how to play tri-lanes, obviously they do. It's just, it seems like Reason in this type of game is better prepared. Stalagmites they're going to miss on KGE's part. Wrath of the Pharaoh coming in, obviously use that. Pharaoh Mummy Wall's going off. Chronofield going to hit. And the Master's Call going off on the Pebbles will save some stuff. Ball Lightning coming in. They'll get drop Fuzi really easy here. So they're just playing a couple. And there goes Seal Kid as well off to the side. They're going to kill Jonas Fan with the Rhapsody Dance Floor and Ultimate from Pyromancer. Pebbles now getting chased down by Death Growl. Stun into 3 actually. As the Ball Lightning is up looking for it. Will hit KGE. And he's going to drop pretty easily. Hanskin's going on an adventure. And he has no port. Gonna just drop a spray. I don't think that they care where he went. But Pyro might have seen... Nope, Pyro did not see him. Nobody saw him. Hanskin's like, what do I do? What's your plan here, Hanskin? What's your plan? I'm just going to hide here forever? Could work. DD up top will be grabbed by Seal Kid. But Wrath of the Pharaoh's up in 5 seconds, and he... Nope, going to just back off. It's like, what is he? This is interesting. This is next level strats, I think. Off the side, Ball Lightning jump in here onto Master of Arms, puts the ultimate on himself, but it's not going to matter. St. Rux is at 12-0-5. I really want to see the Immortal Rhapsody here. KG getting the last hit, or Tankabek getting the last hit on KG. Rude. 3 more. Hot skin. Mid tower going to get pressured here pretty heavily and probably should drop. Top port going to come in. There's a CC vote from Legion. I don't blame them, really. Ball Lightning coming in there from Kronos. I think this is rude. I think St. Rux needs this Immortal. Kronos going to feel coming on. And Slither's finally here. Going to try to do a turn kill on Ravener, and will do so, actually. We'll see if Kronos is going to die himself. Yes, he will. As Imberboy coming in. There's the ult. There's the CC. And Reason takes game 1. Phoenix Wave going to finish up on skin. I think that Reason are a bunch of noobs because Rhapsody couldn't even get an Immortal, so it shows you how good that fucking guy is. It's just pathetic. But obviously that game spun way out of control for BMG way too fast, and as a result, they will drop game 1 in the Scrim series to Reason Gaming, and we'll move on to game 2.